It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bills and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go from Houston. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans come out with the Rookie of the Year from last year in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he was the number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. Greg, a talented quarterback here.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down.
Alrighty.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Matt Milano. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Pierce for the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Texans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are obviously still smarting from that pick 6 a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
All right.
A man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. Inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise. 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
What we saw last week, Mike, was just a quarterback that was taking what the defense gave him and just playing a really well-rounded game. I mean, he found the end zone a total of 3 times, twice on the ground, once through the air. But most importantly, he avoided those back-breaking mistakes that could have come back to haunt them. If he continues to play at that level, it's going to be a hard team to beat on any given day.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Cook. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
James Cook with a nice gain there to move the chains. And here we are in year 3, Mike, and all James Cook does is get better. Had a good, solid rookie season a couple years ago. 1,500 yards, kind of a breakout year last year, making the Pro Bowl. He continues this steady improvement. He's going to be one of the top backs in the entire league.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stop.
That one, take it in. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 13 yards.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in second and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. And this one is blocked. Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6. Thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
On play action. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack. 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Stroud going to set up to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are able to extend their 1st quarter lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10.
All right.
To throw, it's Stroud. The ball comes out. The Bills have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. 1st and goal. Here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal. But right now, they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put...
He slams it in there, and he is in. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point try by Bass. It's up and good. And the Bills tack on one more to their lead.
Texans 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go. Tonight.
Throwing is Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On third down, here's a run by Mixon. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Houston.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his second year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
Oh, right.
On second down, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and 5.
Already.
Now Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. That's on the former first-round pick, Titus Howard.
Here we go.
Stroud. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
Brings up second down at their 49.
Stroud to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Timmy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Texans will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Cook. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tackle there by Will Anderson. 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A carry for Cook. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. On second down, here is Allen. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now a design run. It's Allen, and he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Second and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Pass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills stretch things out even further.
Texans 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. Before this next drive gets started, I want to tell you what's coming up in primetime here in Week 5. First week of October. Starts tonight with Sunday Night Football. Memories of the 70s sure to come to mind as the Cowboys and Steelers meet. It's in Pittsburgh at 8:20 Eastern. Followed tomorrow by Monday Night Football. It's the Saints against the champion Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
On the quick, right?
Dell motioning over. They'll go play action with Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins.
Pass interference. Defense.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second and 7.
All right.
Now, Stroud. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
This one caught at the 4. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Brevin Jordan. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. On 1st down, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
A design run here for Allen. And he will take it in himself. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. On first down, it's Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Oh, ready?
From the gun, here's Stroud. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard.
And he will score. Take down. Touchdown, Texans.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards with Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London, where it was the Jets acting as the visiting team who were able to come out on top. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame him.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. One more time going up top with Allen. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills add on to their already sizable lead.
Texans 24. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
All right.
On play action, Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the give, this is Mixon. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the first down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight, they sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down. So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls, it's been intermediate shots, it's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and There was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A run out of the gun with Cook. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Cook. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and run here with Cook. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Here's Cook. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a 1st down picked up on the ground. Once again, it's Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
That's complete. He's got OBJ. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That'll be a 1st down, a gain of 10. Now it is 1st and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown Bills. So with that score, he's into double digits. 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. You don't see that too often from a quarterback. Here's Bass now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills will add 1 more onto their big lead.
Texans 24. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, Eric.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A throw left side finds Dell. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And it's looking like this could be another win for this team. That'd be 5 in a row to start the new season as they try to finish this one off. Allen from his own end zone. A quick slant into the hands of Cooper. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
James Cook. He's to the 40. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It is a big run by Cook. It covers 63 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bills first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now a designed run. It's Allen. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Yes, he does. First and goal coming up. Here's Cook. And he's got another one. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is his third touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Extra point try by Bass. It's up and through. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes.
Hey, uno more.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Schultz.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Schultz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Bills' 26-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. Hey!
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Talk about having a breakout season in year 3. I mean, years 1 and 2, Mike, he didn't combine for 1,000 yards in total. Year 3, nearly 1,300 yards. Big reason for C.J. Stroud's great rookie season behind center was the play of Nico Collins.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 2nd down, Stroud. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Oh, hey.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The Bills offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some clock here, and they'll start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. They go play action now. Here's Allen. To the left side, OBJ is there. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 82 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are going to extend their lead.
Bills 77, Texans 24. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Pierce for the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against a perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So a road win here for the Bills. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.